Hello and welcome back, I'm Sean, and today we're checking out what Soundpeats is doing in the budget earbud space and taking tech from their flagship earbuds and putting it into a budget model. So let's check it out. So starting off with what I like about these earbuds, although budget friendly, it comes with a nice molded hard plastic with leather grooves on them so the case doesn't easily get scratched up, which is really thoughtful, and since some older cheap plastic case scratch up really easily. So you also get pretty good ANC performance with these earbuds for its price, and we'll look into more details of ANC later on. And the sound quality you get here with these earbuds is also good, and it comes with proven Soundpeats tuning, and this is one model that really shows the experience of Soundpeats in audio tuning. So call quality is also something quite impressive with these earbuds, and we'll take a listen to them later on at the call quality section. And another area that is good here with these earbuds is the battery performance, and with ANC off, you're going to get a good 7 hours per charge with 21 additional hours with the case. And with ANC on, you're still getting a good 5 hours with 15 hours with the case. Of course, the louder you play them, the lower the battery life will be, but fortunately, volume is not something you need to worry about because the volume you get with these earbuds is also really good. And finally, another thing that I like is the inclusion of an IPX4 water resistant rating. Not too bad for an earbuds like that. At least it'll protect the earbuds from sweat and water splashes, and they've also included multi-point connectivity here. So to the areas that I don't really like and think could be a little bit better. So for one, you're getting quite a new chipset here, although it runs Bluetooth 5.4, but you're only getting SBC codec with this, so which is a lower bitrate streaming codec. Fortunately, good tuning from Soundpeats does combat this a little bit, and I wish it at least comes with AAC codec, especially for the iPhone users. So apart from that, there's really not much that I dislike about this earbud. It fits well, sounds good, call quality is good, ANC is good as well. So and with that, this earbuds comes in a price of 129 Malaysian ringgit, or about $30 US, which is honestly quite good value for a budget earbuds with ANC. And if you find value in what you hear so far and like what you see, I hope you can support the channel by subscribing to the channel and ring the notification bell so the YouTube algorithm can pick this up. And if you want to buy these earbuds, do check out my links below. So sound quality is really impressive with these earbuds, and honestly, if I'm doing this as a blind sound test, I would think this earbuds is actually a different price point than it is. So starting with the bass test, both sub bass and mid bass on these earbuds, it hits firm and deep, and you really get the best out of this bass performance, especially when you play it past 50% volume, and sub bass gets rendered really well, and I will say it generates about 90% of the sub bass properly deep in doing it right by Daft Punk, where you get a nice deep rumble, very impressive. So mid vocals here also sound really good, and it's clear and clean with no distortion, and they don't sound muffled at all, even with very complex sound signature with lots of instruments going on. So I'm also wondering how Soundpeats managed to get a clean mids through, especially when it's running only in the SBC codec on the iPhone. Finally, it's the highs. It's good, sounds great. It's not the highest resolution highs, but it definitely is clear and well executed. It's also not the most prominent frequency of these earbuds, and that would definitely be credited to the mid vocals. So overall, I'm very impressed with the sound quality that this earbuds produces. So this is a test to see if the Soundpeats T3 Pro is a good earbuds for making phone calls. So this is me speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So what I'm going to do now is to turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference. So now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call quality that you can expect from these earbuds. So what do you think of the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below. So the build and design of the T3 Pro is a very basic earbuds, and it's reminiscent to many of the Soundpeats earbuds with a very standard TWS design. So with this model, you're going to get a molded plastic case with leather textured design, which I personally like, not because it looks like leather, but because this textured design actually helps prevent scratches and also fingerprint smudges on your case, so keeping it pristine and beautiful for longer. So at the top here, you're going to get a small Soundpeats logo, and behind it, you're going to see a Type-C charging port to charge up the case, as well as a small LED at the front to tell you the battery life of the case. So the lid here opens up nice and firm and hinges using friction to keep it open so you can actually access your earbuds inside. So the earbuds that you get here is very basic, AirPods Pro style design, simple plastic build with the Soundpeats logo at the touch sensor surface, as well as a small LED at the front here that only goes away when you start playing any media. So everything else on these earbuds is very basic, no in-ear sensor, no wireless charging on the case as well. So you also get great volume from these earbuds, and a comfortable volume starts at around 40%, and moving upwards of just 60% volume feels loud, and you still have plenty of power to make this earbud sounds really loud. So I personally peaked out at around 70%, and 120% I peaked out at around 102 decibels, which is really quite loud if you listen to audio at that level. So the Peats Audio App is standard and easy to use, and you get a nice picture of your earbuds at the home page with the left and right battery level with no percentage share, and if your earbuds are in a case, it also shows the case battery life. So below that is the ANC controls, and it's a simple one here for ANC on, normal and transparency mode. So you also get a few features such as disabling the touch controls, gaming mode on or off, movie mode on or off, dynamic EQ, which I honestly don't experience anything too different. And you also get to remap your touch controls, and they are quite comprehensive, and you get to remap most of the controls here on your earbuds as well. So on the second tab, this is where you get to set your adaptive EQ, and actually at this point, I wish Soundpeats would have global parameter for adaptive EQ, since it tests your ear's hearing ability with different frequencies and should apply to all earbuds. So you also get 9 different preset EQs and also an 8-band EQ to customize your audio further. So at the settings at the top right corner of the homepage, you also get to update your firmware if there's a new one, switch the language of your earbuds prompt as well as the prompt volume. So that's basically all the features you get with the Peats Audio app. So ANC on these earbuds is also well executed, and again Soundpeats did not inflate the ANC performance rating here, only at minus 35 decibels for ANC performance. For an entry-level earbuds, the ANC you get here is actually not that bad at all, and I did try to blast the environmental noise on my test, and also using softish audio playing to see how much it manages to block off. So to my surprise, I think it actually does very well, starting with low humming noises like road noise or airplane cabin noise test. With a decent 30 to 40% of audio playing, I would say these earbuds cancel about 85% of the noise. And with the cafe noise test, it also does very well with cancelling out roughly around 80% of noise when music is playing, which is quite a testament to something at this price point, and you're getting very good value here. So transparency here is also pretty good, and it does open up very well, and it does have a slight amplification, so you get the gentle superhuman strength. The only thing I think could be better is the wind noise cancellation, because at high wind situations or not even something overly strong, you're gonna get quite a bit of wind buffering. So with that, I'm gonna give these earbuds an ANC performance of 8.4 out of 10. So latency here is really good. With a gaming mode turned on, you get rated about 80 milliseconds of latency, which is great when gaming in real time with games like PUBG, and watching movies and videos on this is also really good. So anyways, let's take a look at the latency performance of these earbuds. So overall, this is a pretty good value entry-level earbuds that I think anyone who don't want to spend too much on an earbuds and want something that still performs like earbuds 2 to 3 times more expensive than this, have ANC, good sound signature, good call quality, then I think this is the earbuds for you. So if you also want to check out some of Soundpeats earbuds roundup for the year of 2024, you can also check out this video right over here where I compare all of them. So I'll see you over at that video.